Body corporate managers, body corporate members, body corporate committee, building manager, property manager. Have you ever thought about all the different roles that are involved in managing your investment property? Here I'm going to break them down and tell you exactly who does what. Hi, this is Scott McKenzie from Brisbane Property Channel and Mackenzie Wood Property, smoothing your way to property investment success. There's so many roles involved in managing an investment property, it can get really confusing, especially if you're new to the game. So here I'm going to break them down and tell you exactly who's doing what at every stage of the game. Let's start off with pre-sales, okay? So look at this building here, it's only half built. Who's managing it at the moment? The project sales. So the developer, that's the builder, when the developer gets ready to sell the property, he's going to appoint a project sales company. And the project sales is simply going to sell the individual units in the building on behalf of the developer. So then what happens? When the building's completely finished and all the units are sold, pretty much the project sales company, they're out of the game, except maybe not, maybe they'll come back in later. Okay, so now let's talk about the management of the building on an ongoing basis. Who do you think should have the real power in the building? Of course it should be the unit owners, and that's why those are the guys that make up the body corporate members. So the unit owners or the body corporate members, they're the guys with the power. They're the guys who can finally say what is going to be done and what isn't going to be done. But they don't want to manage that on a day-to-day basis. They don't even want to manage it on a month-to-month basis. So instead of them doing it themselves, they appoint a body corporate committee. So the members of the body corporate committee might be, for instance, the chairman, the treasurer, the secretary, and these are the guys, the amateurs, that dedicate their spare time to doing a lot of the work that the other people just can't be bothered doing. So hats off to the body corporate committee. Remember, the body corporate committee, they're amateurs, they're not professionals at doing it. Maybe it's their first year of doing it. Maybe they were just pushed forward by the other unit members saying, come on, you be the secretary this year. So who does the real day-to-day, nitty-gritty legals of the body corporate stuff? That's the body corporate management. They love poring over the legislation, reading all the bylaws, making sure that everything's legal. It's going to be repairs. Any big repairs needing done? Body corporate management are going to sort that out. In conjunction with the committee, they're going to organise the annual general meeting. That's when all the body corporate members pitch up and actually vote, yeah, I want this done. So if we can imagine that the building is kind of like a mini country, well, the body corporate managers, committee, members, they're kind of like, well, the members are like the citizens, the managers and the committee, they're kind of like the government. We've got our citizens, we've got our government, we still need our public servants. Where these guys come in, the building managers. Building managers may or may not live on site. Just like the body corporate managers, the building managers are elected by the body corporate members. But here's the thing, the building managers often pay for the right to be the building managers. Let's say, for instance, the building manager is going to be awarded the right to receive $100,000 in salary for the next 25 years. Maybe they're going to pay $1 million, $1.5 million for that right. Building manager doing on a day-to-day basis? Well, maybe they're cleaning the pool, doing the gardening, sweeping up, taking complaints from the body corporate members about other people abusing the bylaws, and then passing those complaints up the chain to the body corporate managers. And because the building manager is there on a day-to-day basis and really knows the development well, they might even be involved in some of the property management. So what are property managers? Well, they're the guys that you, as investment property owners, are going to be in touch with most often on a day-to-day basis. They're the guys you're going to appoint to collect your rent, manage your tenants, find tenants, manage the leasing, do the inspections, do the evictions if someone's not paying their rent. Those jobs that you, as an investment property owner, don't want to do or physically are just not able to do, and you stump up your 8% or whatever it is to get those guys to do it on a daily basis. So they're your property managers. Who does that property management role? Well, actually, it's you as the property investor who decides who's going to be your property manager. Maybe when you bought the property from the project sales guys right back at the beginning here, maybe they also have a property management division. So it's kind of easy and convenient to use those guys to manage your property. But then again, those project sales guys, they're sales guys, you know? Let them get on with that stuff. maybe their property management side of things is kind of like an afterthought for them. And so maybe you think, actually, I'm going to use the building manager. See, the building manager's there day to day. Maybe he or she has already had inquiries from people who want to be tenants in that building. Again, they're building managers. They've got to look after the pool, the gardening, the common grounds, the cleaning. Maybe they're not quite the right people to be looking after your investment property as well. Third type of company that does property management, and that is the dedicated property management company. That's all those guys do, day in, day out. The guys that you've probably already heard about for property management. Your Asset Plus, your Pure Rentals, your Bees Knees, or your Mackenzie Wu Property. Guys, I hope that breaks it down for you. I hope that's much clearer about all the different roles that are involved in managing an investment property. As usual, any questions or comments, please just ask me below. Don't forget to subscribe below so you're always notified about new videos that we're releasing. See you next time on Brisbane Property Channel.